And viewers, an important breaking input that is coming to light with respect to the Gyanvapi hearing that is all set to take place. In fact, the hearing we are learning has resumed, and both sides of the lawyer and the judge are present inside of the courtroom. Now, this is, of course, hearing on the Shringar Gauri that is been pending in the court as well. Now, the Gyanvapi case hearing on the Shringar Gauri has resumed, and both the sides of the lawyers and the judge are present inside of the courtroom. Viewers, remember, this is going to be a very crucial hearing with respect to what are the arguments that are now presented before the court. And for more details on that, let me bring in my colleague Piyush, who's joining us live on the broadcast. Piyush, another hearing now we are expecting today. We will be tracking from inside of the courtroom. Both the sides of the lawyer are already present. What are the legal arguments that we can expect that they will be putting forward before the bench?
Well, Priyanka, right now as we are speaking, the hearing is underway. Remember that this is the same hearing which is continuing in the case where the court is going to decide the maintainability in Gyanvapi Shringar Gauri case. As we are speaking, the hearing is underway. The lawyers from both the sides, from Hindu side and Muslim sides, they have already reached there. Today, the court is likely to decide on the maintainability clause. What we are also learning from our sources is that the Hindu side is going to request to court to listen this matter on day-to-day basis, which means they are almost ready to let the case be heard from morning at around 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. But on the other side, the Muslim side is of the view to let the case be heard after vacation. Right now, we are here right outside the district court, where the court is right now listening to the maintainability clause into this entire matter. Remember that after the court agrees to hear this matter, that will happen only when the court decides on the maintainability, because the bone of contention of this entire case is that the Muslim side is claiming that this entire Gyanvapi case comes under 1991 Worship Act, and the status of Gyanvapi cannot be changed. On the other side, the Hindu side is saying that this case does not come under 1991 Worship Act, and the court must at least try to understand the character of the nature of this case, and that is why they have approached to in fact they had approached Supreme Court, and then Supreme Court has asked the district court to hear this entire matter. Now we'll have to wait and watch what is going to happen. As we are speaking, the court is right now listening to this entire case. The lawyers from both the sides, they have already reached there inside the court. As we are speaking, the arguments are going on. That's the one case which is underway. Today there is one more petition which was there before the court, where the court had transferred the case to fast track court, and that was about the petition of Vishwa Vedic Sanatan Sangh, where they had requested to court to declare Adi Vishweshwara, Lord Adi Vishweshwara, as the sole owner, as the exclusive owner. And in that particular petition, the Vishwa Vedic Sanatan Sangh had also asked a court to declare Hindus as Hindu, and to allow Hindus to enter inside the Gyanvapi mosque and bar Muslims from entering the court. And also they had demanded that the structure, the Gyanvapi mosque structure, should be brought down. On that particular petition, the court, after listening to both the arguments, has said that it is going to again look into the matter at 4 p.m. So today itself, most likely the court is going to take a decision on this petition of Vishwa Vedic Sanatan Sangh, where they have requested court to let Hindus to offer prayer and do not allow Muslims to enter inside the Gyanvapi mosque. So two cases are there. One on maintainability, another one is the petition of Vishwa Vedic Sanatan Sangh. We'll have to wait and watch what is going to happen in the court, because the hearing has already begun. The lawyers from both the sides in the maintainability clause case are speaking. Last time when the hearing took place, at the time, the lawyers from the Muslim side had spoken. They had in fact pointed out around 12 paragraphs before the court. Today, most likely, there will be arguments from the side of Hindu lawyers. But right now, as we are speaking, we are hearing from our sources inside the court that the Hindu lawyers are right now speaking, and they are putting forth their point, their concern before the court. Court has to decide if it is going to hear the matter, and if court agrees to hear the matter, which means that it will take a decision on
Piyush, of course,
maintainability.
all eyes are on that very crucial hearing that is, as you are pointing out, currently underway, where both the sides, the Hindu and the Muslim side, are present inside of the courtroom. And we are expecting that the legal arguments that will be presented before the bench, we will get some idea about what's really happening inside of the courtroom as well, to understand where this is really going. Because, of course, as you're pointing out, the maintainability is, of course, going to be heard, and of course, as well as the other case as well. And Piyush, as you were pointing out about the maintainability of this entire matter, in the interim, what is really going to be happening? Because remember, another bone of contention was that of the Wazukhana, and also the structures that had been recovered, whether it was a shivling or not, those were the arguments as well. So what's really happening on the ground with respect to those arguments that were being carried out between the Hindu and the Muslim side?
Well, Priyanka, it's very important to highlight that the court is going to look into the maintainability of this entire case, and after that itself it will hear the petition. And if court agrees to hear the case, which means that it will decide on maintainability clause, and after it decides on that, it is also going to prioritize the multiple petitions those are there before the court. Multiple petitions are there of Hindu side, where they have requested court to allow Hindus to offer prayer inside the Gyanvapi complex. They have also demanded that the wall between Nandi and Shivling complex that should be brought down, and there are other petitions also. In fact, they have also requested to court to allow Hindus to offer prayer every day of the year. They are at Shingar Gauri point, the Shingar Gauri chalk, which is there inside the Gyanvapi complex. So these petitions are there, and that will be decided only and only after the court first takes a decision on maintainability. Arguments on that is right now, as we are speaking, is underway. The Muslim side lawyers are speaking. The judges listening to both the arguments. Last time the arguments went on for more than 2 hours, and today the court is going to continue to hear the Muslim side. Last time the court had heard Muslim side arguments, and today when Muslim side put their views, the lawyers put their views. After that, Hindu side lawyers will also put forth their arguments. I'm trying to show you pictures from right outside the very court, where the security has once again been beefed up. You can clearly see as to how there's a massive security deployment right outside the very case. The hearing in this very case, as we are speaking, is underway. There are around 47 people who are inside the court. This is what we are now hearing. Abhaynath Yadav, who is representing the Muslim side, he is speaking. Remember that he is of the view, in fact, since beginning, Abhaynath Yadav was of the view that the kind of order which was announced by the Varanasi local court, where it had ordered the entire complex where Shivling has been found to be sealed, was arbitrary. In fact, it was illegal. This is what Abhaynath Yadav was saying since the beginning. So today, once again, he is going to continue with the arguments, and he will tell to court that this entire Gyanvapi Shingar Gauri case comes under 1991 Worship Act, and this case cannot be touched upon. But Hindu side are of the view that the character of this case can be ascertained, and that is why the court must hear this case. So after listening to both these sides, the court is going to decide. Most likely today, it's 30th of May. From 1st of June, the court is going on vacation. Most likely, the court is going to take a decision today itself if it is going to hear the matter under the maintainability clause or not. Tomorrow is the working day. The Hindu side lawyers have confirmed to us that they want day-to-day hearing in this case. In fact, they will also request to court to allow the videos and photos of survey to be circulated to media, so that people across the world can see what is actually there inside the Gyanvapi complex. But the Muslim side had been objecting to this petition. In fact, they are of the view that yes, court can give copies of videos and photographs to both the sides, but court should gag media from showing those photos. Hindu side are going to tell to court to request them that media should show what actually was there inside the Gyanvapi complex when survey had taken place. So multiple arguments right now as we are speaking, Priyanka, is underway. Once again, let me try to show you pictures from right outside the gate number 2. This is the main entrance. We can expect the hearing to go on for 2 hours today also, because last time the hearing had gone on for more than 2 hours, and after that the court had adjourned the matter for today. But the court is right now listening to the same arguments which it was listening last time. So today most likely the court is going to decide if this entire case comes under the 1991 Worship Act or not. What we're also learning right now is that Abhinath Yadav, Muslim lawyer Abhinath Yadav, is now putting forth his arguments on 1991 Worship Act. This is the main bone of contention on which the Muslim side is requesting court not to listen this matter, because this entire matter of Gyanvapi Ma Shringar Gauri case